I like when birds come in. Sounds like I see it in there. Hey, I'm on your turf again.
Coach, thank you much. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. Ahead, we'll decide the second entrant to next week's NFC title game as we've got a great one in store between the New Orleans Saints and the Los Angeles Rams. Who will punch the fourth and final ticket to the conference championship round? We'll know soon enough as we are underway here on a January afternoon. On the return, here comes Amir Abdullah. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Hey. Al, look up. 17.
Now on second down, this is Gurley. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
He gets it to Gurley, complete. Oh, he sheds himself free. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A big 30-yard play on third. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up first and 10. Now a play fake here on first down. And he's taken down here by the Saints.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for second and 23. They'll run it now out of the gun. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. He lost 4 there, and it's third down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Dancing to his left. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. Despite a pickup of 16, they're still well short of the sticks on fourth.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
From the 22, here's second and 8. Second down, Mayfield. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Michael Brockers coming hard that time. He's able to run him down for a loss of 12. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Instead, they go empty backfield as they look to throw. Now he's flushed out right. Now he's going to go up top. He's got a man complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Fighting through. Looking long for Thomas. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
A first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
All right, now, look at 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, look at 56. Lucky 56.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. The 13 yards that time at a first. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. A first down throw from Mayfield. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Mark Barron. And this return's going to go backwards about 8 yards, but the interception is good, and they have the football.
And, Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon, so that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
They go play action here on first down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall, that they can put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
76, tell him. 76.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. A shotgun snap for Goff. Buying time to his left. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down.
Well, it's not going to be a first down, but that's a nice job of picking up yardage on 3rd and long. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you. And in this case, it wasn't enough to pick up the first down.
That's taken on the 25. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
How about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
Detroit! Detroit!
Now a 2nd down throw for Mayfield. He gets this one complete to Traquan Smith. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one goes for 24 yards. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And a short gain down to about the 33. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Mayfield now on second down. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, and it's good for a first down as well.
That was a terrific catch. I mean, to go up there and get it one-handed like that, but I almost want to go into that riff about back in my day, the gloves weren't quite like this.
When did gloves really become prevalent, just in general?
I think in the 80s, I think as we started to move through the 80s, especially as we got towards the latter part of that, but a lot of those were really like baseball batting gloves to begin with not much of a tacky area on the glove. In fact, there was none. I actually remember in cold weather games wearing the old scuba gloves, which you'd wear in the diving, but they would split too easily in the course of a game. Then the glove manufacturers got smart and started adding to it, and here we are today.
It'll be a gain of 6, and that's going to lead to a third down.
Detroit! Hurry up, here we go. Blue landed.
From the gun, Mayfield. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Here we go.
A second down run for Abdullah. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9.
DC.
A play fake to Gurley. Now Goff. And the third down pass falls incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Fancy footwork at the 45. A punt of 46, a return of 5. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Throwing, Mayfield out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll get it down here to the 43. It's a gain of 7, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
The Saints on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Mayfield, hard throw, incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Well, they gave the 60-yarder a try, didn't make it, and now they're in a tough position defensively. This offense has it at midfield. From the 50, it's Goff. Flushed out right. He's letting it fly for Cooks. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard.
5. Horrible. 12.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It's a loss of 4. Now third down. The Rams on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 14. Out of the gun. Gone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
The touch and time here critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here. And the last go-around for them, they tried that really, really long field goal, couldn't connect.
And in retrospect, I think a lot of people would say, well, why would you try one that long? You hurt yourself in field position. The ball comes out, there. That only helps the other team. But I look at it as maybe it was a double shot of confidence. Confident the kicker could make it. And even if he missed, confident in their defense that they could hold him.
Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Mayfield to throw it this time. He'll buy some time right. And he slides to avoid the hit. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. Two minutes remain in a scoreless first half. Back with more NFC playoff action after this.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
They go play action. Mayfield. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. And now the Rams are going to halt things as they want a timeout, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. Now, if you're a fan of punting, and I know that not many people are, but this game kind of turning into one for you.
Well, it's okay if it's a skills contest, right? We're really into it then, but not during the course of an actual game. This has turned into a field position game, though. Sometimes a better punter may actually determine the outcome.
Forced out to his left. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Go, 12, go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. From the gun, here's Goff. Man open, it's Kupp. He's got it. And they do finally get him down he reaches the 41. A big play there just before halftime. 46 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Goff. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
Now a give. This is Abdullah. There he goes inside the 30 and down to the 27-yard line. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They go back to Abdullah on first. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Yeah, the Saints signal for another timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. 2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. They'll try the air now with Goff. Throw complete right side to Cooks. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And Zuerlein's kick is good. So we've come upon half. We now proceed to the start of the second half. Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Mayfield off the play fake. And the Rams got him. They bring him down.
Tremendous read and reaction by the defensive tackle. And frankly, partner, it's not that often the DTs have that type of easy access back to the quarterback. Never bought the play-action fade.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. They'll run it now out of the gun. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. Only 2 yards on the carry. That's going to set up a 3rd and long, 3rd and 15 to be exact. Mayfield on play action. Over the middle, open is Thomas. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Mayfield looks to throw. Over the middle to Smith. And he gets it down to the 32. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 16. And this one will be brought back to the 22. Thought they had something going there to break that goose egg here in the second half, but to no avail.
Hope was alive until that interception. What a terrific play, taking the ball away after it looked like they were starting a drive.
And now that shutout still standing. You know that's something those defensive guys hold a lot of pride on, too.
No doubt about it. They're excited about what...
Amir Abdullah, the 20, and all the way down to the 9. A huge play that time for the Rams. Give him 69 yards on the ground. Might we see our first touchdown of the game? Here's 1st and goal. They'll try to run it in with Abdullah. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Well, it's a shuffle pass, and it's complete. And, oh, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
On the give, this is their fullback. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. It's a 6-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and goal.
36.
Goff now looking to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And they'll have the football, but deep in their own territory as he's brought down at the 5.
Okay, partner. No surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Mayfield now. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Farmer. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
An interesting interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now this time he'll look to throw. And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. Preston Smith in there to get him for a loss of 3, and it'll be 4th down. Here's Thomas Morstead now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. Let's take it at around the 40. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Rams are going to start this drive in great field position as they take over. The Rams offense now making their way out to take over. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Here's Goff now on 2nd down. Flush to his right. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Super 66.
Back now in Los Angeles. The Rams on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get nothing out of that one. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. Well, they know how to protect the pass, but sometimes cornerbacks, they can also stop the run, can't they?
Is that what we call a complete corner? Yeah, because we're so used to these guys just being defenders in the pass game. How about the guys who can come up and make the tackles? That's what we just saw there for no gain, too.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. The bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep it.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. 30. Past the 20. Touchdown, New Orleans. Traquan Smith, 93 yards. And the Saints have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. Might be seeing that one on. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. This is going the other way. But he will not be able to bring this one back, and the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
Oftentimes when you give up a touchdown, it's really a deflation for your entire unit. And the special teams crew, when they run out there, they still feel it. And maybe they don't go after it so much. Instead, they gave great effort there, blocked the extra point, and really gave them a lift after giving up the score.
Yeah, gave up the touchdown, lost the lead, but a nice job to get in there and block it. Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
76. 76.
To throw is Goff. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Here's Goff. He's going to let this one go deep. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
Brandon, we're into the second half, and this offense has not scored a lot of points, and that was another example of why. I think it's time to open things up and start really trying to move the ball.
A dump off for Abdullah. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Give him 8 on the play, and it'll be 3rd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
From the gun on 3rd down. Gone. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate.
And look at this, it's a fake. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool him. It's such a risky play there to fake it. You're either the hero or the GOAT. Here they're going to be the GOAT.
Unfortunate, too, because you know they thought they had something there. They don't call it just a call. They don't just say, oh, what the heck, let's go ahead and fake it here. They feel like they've got something on. They've got the defense in the right spot. Just unsuccessful in that opportunity.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. On 2nd down, Kamara. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Rams have got it back.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden, they heard the sudden change call because that fumble puts them right back on the field, and they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves.
Absolutely. Nursing that slim lead here in the 4th, a costly turnover. On 1st down, Abdullah. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd down, here's Goff. And Cooks has it over the middle. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Well, that's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
To throw on 2nd down is gone. Escaping the pressure right. And that's caught inside the 30. He got 29 yards that time. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Here we go, fellas. Here we go. Hard ball, hard ball.
A shotgun snap for Goff. Being chased out left. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
Let's go, D. Tiger, Tiger.
Here's Goff. And he's got it. That's caught for a Ram touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Rams have taken the lead here in the 4th. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, and pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they thought they were in striking distance. And to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? On 2nd down, Mayfield again. Drops this up to Kamara out of the backfield. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards there as they move the chains. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. 1st down, Mayfield. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he can't hang on to it. That would have sealed it. Instead, 2nd down. He's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave him with a 3rd down and 6 to go.
Short game, last 2 plays. Who do you think's excited about that?
Absolutely, this defense, they're saying go right ahead with those. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the 1st down.
He'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Samson Ebukam in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. Well, I guess at the very least, they got the tackle from keeping him out of the end zone.
Yeah, you're looking for that silver lining, aren't you? But guess what? Everything changes now after that big play. They got a chance to strike.
They'll run it with Kamara. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow. I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but not. You got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
Lutz with the extra point. So it's now a 3-point game here in the closing stages, as a field goal now can only tie it. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. They'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Cameron Jordan in there for sack number 85 of his great career, moving him past Hall of Famer Howie Long on the all-time list. He's back to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. Back-to-back big plays defensively. First the sack. Now they force the incompletion on 3rd and long. Things looking pretty good for them.
And this is where they have to be careful because they've got the momentum going their way. They will be really amped up to get to the quarterback. Look out. Draw, screen, something that can be used against them.
Back to throw. Flushed out right. Now a desperation throw deep. And this is taken in at the 5. And, the stadium clock says 0, but the one on your screen is the one that matters, and the officials say yes, it's a timeout with 1 second left to go and a field goal try forthcoming to potentially send us to overtime. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming, and now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. With 1 second to go, this to send us to overtime. And this is off the left upright, and it comes in. Not the most convincing kick you'll see, but he got it to go. And that's going to tie us at 13. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. Now Abdullah, the return. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Out of the gun. Gone. Flush to his right. And that is incomplete. Robert Woods, the intended receiver that time. And it's 3rd down.
You got to remember, because now that we're in overtime, mistakes get magnified. So you got to walk that line between being aggressive and being careful, because that was a dangerous throw right there. You obviously could not have an interception in this spot.
And nearly was an interception. He's lucky to get that one back. Looking left side, and it's complete. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. A big pickup, 18 yards, but they still stop him well short of the marker. The temptation to go for it probably there. Always is, especially in overtime. Got to punt it, though.
I think you're right. I think that you absolutely have to punt it away and trust your defense, especially play a little field position here. But you're so right about the temptation. Another way to satisfy that, though, line up in punt formation and fake it. That's another way to get it done.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to them, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
Part 1 is done, now part 2.
Lucky 56. All right, here we go. 319. 319.
What can Mayfield do here in the OT? And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Samson Ebukam in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Mayfield. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Farmer. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 13 yards as the quick slant keeps the drive moving. A man who's been busy this afternoon. It's Kamara again. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
Detroit! Detroit! Now let's go!
Mayfield now on 2nd down. Escaping the pressure right. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory. Tackle made there by Jabril Peppers. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. So as they head to the sidelines, we'll head to this break on EA Sports.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney! Now let's go!
2nd down, Mayfield. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
I can't help it. Every time I see an empty backfield, I almost revert to college football because that's an immediate alert for a quarterback draw. We don't see it as much in the NFL, and he stayed in the pocket and threw one incomplete. But I think if you've got a guy with wheels, it can be a really nice play because a lot of defenses, when they see empty, they come with pressure.
And without that protection, he took a hit there, went down to the ground. And maybe they were coming with a blitz that time, and it caused a jump.
I think if we saw it, you know that they saw it. Might have been a little discussion down there. Bad guys coming, pick them up, and someone jumped.
So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now, 3rd and long.
319! Gun, gun! Gun, gun!
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Michael Brockers in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Here's Thomas Morstead now, on for a very important punt here in overtime. This is taken around the 12. Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. The Rams offense now making their way out to take over. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked.
Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
From the gun, here's Goff. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And some room to work. And it's a huge return as he brings this all the way back down to the 15-yard line. So we will see yet another drive in this overtime.
For whatever reason, neither team able to finish this game off. I know that the first thought is, does anyone really want to win it? But I think that they both desperately want to win it, and sometimes you force things, and that leads to errors.
Well, it's out there for the taking. We'll see who can do it. And now the Rams are going to halt things as they want a timeout. So we'll take a break with them and be right back. Again, this is Kamara. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys, poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. Now, before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. They'll be down to just one remaining as we step aside here in overtime.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
On 3rd down, here's Kamara. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be 4th down and a few inches.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority, because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
So it all rests now on the right leg of Will Lutz. This would put them in the NFC title game. And he got